Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to do a warm and cozy theme for the base color. I am using Candy Moyo 934. This is the first time I'm using this color. So I've got several images I'm going to be picking up on different plates. So I'm going to start with UberChic. It's the mini one, Cozy at Home, and I'm going to pick up the bookshelf. I'm going to use Miniology's Acorn B498 for the pickup. I actually got this plate when I got this scraper. And I accidentally did not do my polish or scrape correctly at the top. So I'm just going to try to take a little bit of that off if I can. I'll have to use something else to do that. Okay, and I can work with that. Okay, then I'm going to get this chair and lamp. Okay, and I'm going to come back to that plate. Now I'm going to go to this plate, which is Pretty Fingers by Robin. It is called Snowflakes and Cocoa. I did have to look at the name because I don't see it on the plate. So as you can tell, this is my first time to use it. I don't know if I've ever had a plate that had two films. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've personally had one. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the smaller image of this lady here, which is her. I was hoping I would get the plate on time to use it for winter, because it seemed like it took just a little bit to get here. Okay, I definitely do not like that pickup, so I'm going to redo that and be back. Okay, and not gonna lie, I had a little bit of trouble getting this image to pick up. I had to dab the polish into all the lines, and I had to scrape a different direction to get the pickup. Okay, now I'm going to my Amazon plate. I've used this quite often, actually. I'm gonna get the fireplace here, which I've used a couple times before. It is the only fireplace image I have. And I think I'm going to take off the garland if it makes it on there. Let me do that first. Okay, and then I'll get the rest off. Okay. I'm not worried about that top piece. I can mess with that in a minute. Actually, I'll show you what I've done is I'm using the scraper just to push it down. It's got that one little piece. Okay, now I'm coming to plate EM315 for Miniology. I'm getting the window. I don't need the top part. I'll take off the pieces I'm not wanting. So I'm going to start with that. So I'll finish the cleanup and be right back. And that little top piece, I will just color that in. Okay, so we'll start with reverse stamping. I'm going to go with Candy Mayo 941, also new to me, to do the little logs. Ooh, almost messed that all up. So just for the logs. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my new brush this time. And we'll see how long it takes me to wear it out. For the fire color, I'm using Candy Mayo 957. Right, for the outer area, I'm going to use Maybelline Serene Still. And I won't bore you with the whole thing. So I'll do all the outer part and be back. Okay, and then for the inside, I'm going to use LA Colors in Mod. It is a deeper gray than the other one. Okay, so I'll finish this part and be back. Okay, and I'm hoping those colors will work well together because I want a gray theme. Okay, so with the window, I'm taking Acorn on my brush and just gonna color in that top piece and this missing spot right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take Color Vibe White out. I'm gonna take my brush and dip it in there, and I'm just gonna put some dots. To basically look like it's falling snow. Okay, this one snow that's too big, I'm gonna use my dotting tool to get that one off and redo it. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute to dry and come back to it. And if you're curious, the brushes are from Minology. Um, some of you probably already have this set if you get the monthly subscription boxes. It came out, I think, a few years ago. Anyway, they sell them separately, so I got those. Okay, I'm going back to Serene Steel for our furniture here. I feel like gray against that pink color would be really pretty. I like gray and pink and brown and pink. So I'll finish this whole chair and be back. Okay, for the bottom of the lamp and the bottom of the chair legs, I'm going to use Candy Moyo 924. Okay, I had to pick it up a little bit to see it. And I'm trying to brace my pinky so I can get this line somewhat straight. Okay, now I'm taking whiteout color and I'm going to do the lampshade with that color. Okay, we'll look at this one. Okay, coming back to the window, I'm going to take Color Vibe and Lunar and put this over snow. So I'll finish this and come back and show you, and we'll look at it. Okay, so the bookshelf, of course, is going to take some time. So I'm going to do some white for this little plant pot up here. We'll also do a couple of the books with it. And I'm not going to like be really detailed about it. I'm not going to try to color each book separately or it'll take a very long time. So I'm just kind of picking random and putting it on there. Wait, I'm gonna do a couple things in that gold color. I'm gonna take some of the brown I used earlier for some of the books. I'm taking Candy Moyo 956. Use that for some of them. I mean, you could really use a whole lot of colors for this. I'm gonna take some of LA Colors in Maryland. For the plant in the top vase and a couple of the bottom area of the books, I used Candy Moyo 961. Now I'm taking Paparazzi Dandelion Fuzz. And I decided to finish off the rest of the books with that color. I'm now going back to Serene Still and I'm going to color in the actual bookshelf. So I'll start it with you and then I'll pause it. Okay, so I'll do the whole entire thing like this and be back. Okay. And some nail friends like to watch the entire process and some don't, so I'm trying to find that balance. Okay, for Our Lady here, some of her I had couldn't really tell what was what. So I just looked at the plate at the larger image so I could see. So I have colored in the side of her face, her shoulder, and her knee that is showing with Sally Hansen Instant Coffee 138. For her hair, I'm going to use New Color 997. It looks like she has maybe part of a nightgown showing, but not much. So I'm gonna use Candy Mayo 930 for that. And the rest of it appears to be a blanket, so I'm gonna take Candy Mayo 913. Looks like it's just jumbled up right in here. Okay, so I'll finish this part and be back. Okay, and we'll look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna place the fireplace so that I can free up a stamper. Okay, so I'm going back to this plate and I'm gonna pick up this pillow. I'm not really worried about getting the little things around it. Not sure if I'm gonna leave those on there or not. Okay, now we're gonna place the bookshelf. Okay, back to this plate, and I'm gonna pick up this little image on that's on top of the table here. So it looks like a little plant and something beside it. I'm picking it because it's a little bit smaller, so I think it'll be better for what I'm gonna do. Okay, and I didn't get it good, so I'm gonna redo it. Okay, and I've got it to get off the extra bits. I'm gonna let this dry for a minute. Okay, now I'm gonna place the window, and now the chair and lamp. Okay, now for this image, I'm going to color the little vase in gold. Okay, the little thing that looks like a little mug, I'm gonna do it in white. And then the rest of it, I'm gonna do it in this little like tanny brown tone because it kind of looks like a shelf. So we're gonna make it be like that, kind of like it's sitting on a little tray thing. So I'll give this a minute to dry. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going back to this plate. I'm going to get this clock here. I will take off the top part of it and stamp down. Actually, I'm not stamping down. I meant I'm going to color it in. That way it'll show up better. Okay, this pillow I'm going to do in Candy Moyo 937. I'm going to do the whole thing in this color. Okay, so I'll finish and be back. Okay. Now I'm going to take the clock for the inside of it. I'm just going to color it in white so that it shows up better. Okay, so I'll finish this and come back. Okay. And keep in mind when you're reverse stamping, you can always pick it up and put it towards the light where you can see little pieces you're missing. Because on camera, you guys can kind of see the image a little better than I can in person. So I typically sometimes need to pull it closer to me and kind of lift it up to where I can see better. And it doesn't have to be perfect, friends. Okay, now I'm going to place this little image on top of the fireplace. Okay, so now I'm coming to plate M515. I'm going to get this rose picture here. And I do realize I put a lot of details on my nails. You don't have to. I just, I don't know. To me, some things just help the whole picture come together better, but you certainly don't have to. Okay, now I'm back to this plate. I'm going to get this plant here. So I'm going to be jumping around a bit, friends. So I'm going to take that clock. We're going to put it above the bookshelf. Okay, then we're taking this pillow. We're going to place it right here by the fireplace. I did leave those little pieces on because I didn't know if they were going to make it on the nail anyway, but they mostly are. Okay, so now I'm taking some red. I'm going to color in the rose here. You wouldn't have to do this. Again, I just like the little details. And then for the leaves, I'm taking the same green I used earlier. And I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. I'm gonna go get this plant. We're gonna do the same green for that, the top part. And yes, I just touched my brush to the brush of the polish, just to plop it on there. For the middle part of the pot, I'm taking that mint green tone. Okay, now back to this one. I'm going to take that same mint color, go ahead and put some on the palette here, and I'm going to color the background of the image with it. That way it looks like it's part of the painting instead of part of the wall. Or I guess I should say part of this, the picture of this. Now I'm going back to the bronze gold and I'm going to go around the frame with it so it makes our frame look like it has gold. Like it's a gold frame instead of just a um, black frame. Again, that's those small details you don't have to add. So I'm going to do that all the way around and be back. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside and come back to this one. And I'm going to do the rest of it in that darker gray tone. Let me turn it. Sometimes that helps just to get it on there better. Now, back to this plate. I know, friends. I'm going to get this where it says stay cozy, and we're going to go ahead and stamp it down on this now. Okay, now I'm going back to it. And I'm going to grab, I want the candle. And actually, I think that's a good one to stop at because I was going to also add one more thing, but actually, I think it'll be better with just that candle. Okay, and while I wait for my clear coat to get tacky, I'm gonna add a color I used earlier for the fireplace flame to do the same here. Okay, and it is tacky now, so I'm first going to apply the picture, and then I'm gonna apply the plant, but I want it kind of over to the side just a little bit. Okay. For the inside of the candle, I'm taking white, and we are almost done. And I'm going to do the rest of the candle in that bronze tone I've already used earlier. So I'll finish that and come back. Okay, and we'll look at it. Okay, now I'm going to place the candle on this nail. Okay, I promise, almost done. So real quick, I'm gonna take Bam Watt for Maniology. I'm gonna take these little things here, and I'm gonna place them on either side of Stay Cozy. Bam Watt is B170. Now you can tell I'm Russian because I've been doing it longer than y'all have been watching, and so it makes me feel like I've been doing been recording longer than I have. I mean, it's still very long, of course, but compared to the amount of times I paused. Okay, had to get the extra pieces off. So let me do them like this. Okay, and I'm going to do it one more time and put it on the opposite side. Okay, I got it picked up. I'm just going to place it now. Trying to decide if I want to turn it or not. No, it still does I kind of wanted it like how this one was up more. I can't explain what I'm trying to say, like opposite shape, but even turned, it's the same. So that's okay. Okay, and last step. Okay, and this right here was the whole reason for this Manny. So we're going to place her on the pillow in front of the fireplace. And that's where I'm getting warm and cozy from. Also, real quick, I'm just going to mention I was cleaning the plate off, and the back of it also needed to be cleaned off. And apparently, you're not supposed to use acetone on this part because it made it come off. And I think there was something written below it. I thought, well, it's gone, but it started taking this off is what caught my eye, and I was like, oh no. So I wasn't aware of that, which it's not a huge deal, but because you do need to clean your main plate off with acetone. So just if that helps anybody. Okay, friends, and that is it. So it is our warm and cozy Manny. So we have our Stay Cozy with the little diamonds on either side with our little bronzed candle. We have our bookshelf with all the books and the little plant. And then we have our clock above. Then we have our lady sitting on her big soft pillow with her warm blanket in front of the fireplace. Then our cozy chair with our lamp in front of the window that has the snow that you can see from the outside. And then our little house decorations of our rose picture and our potted plant. And again, I like to do little details just to complete the look and bring things together and make it give more of the feel for what I'm going for. So like the little pieces I added on top of here. So I took off that garland, if you remember, because I didn't want a Christmas look. I wanted just a fireplace look. So I replaced it with this image here. I feel like the clock is just kind of a homey kind of a thing. So I included it. And then I thought it would bring the cozy vibe in by kind of making it look as if we're looking out the window at the snow. And then, of course, the little house images. So you wouldn't have to do all the things, but I just like to do that, and I feel like it just brings it together. And I'll include a picture in the community post for you. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I know it was very long. I do appreciate it. I will list all of the Maniology products I used in the description box, and I will put the name of the other two plates. Not the Amazon one, but the other two that I did use. So thank you so much and have a blessed day. Bye.